While Lily Jean is fast asleep in her crib, we are going to go downstairs and check out what's in my nursing cart. So I thought I was going to be able to do this part of the video while Lily Jean napped, but the neighbor was getting his lawn mowed, and yeah, that ruined that idea. So Lily Jean and I are going to show you what's in mommy's nursing cart and give you a 6-month-old update. Right, boo? Hi. Of course, this is the couch, and I normally keep this cart stationary here lately since this is where I primarily will pump when I'm downstairs. And so this is like literally my little area. This is my little spot downstairs. In a second, I'll show you a nursing area that I have upstairs. But since this video is all about what's in my cart, let's start. I just want to say, when I first had Lily Jean, this cart was up in my bedroom because that was where I spent most of my time with the baby when we first came home. And now that she's a little older and I'm not like upstairs resting and napping when she's napping, now it has landed right here downstairs next to the couch. So I'm going to dig deep and show you what's inside. Let's start with where the cart is from. This particular cart came from Aldi's, and you know how they have like this area in this store where they have all these little cute goods for your home or backyard. So I saw this in a circular, and I had been waiting for them to come because one of my teacher friends told me that she got hers from Aldi's. And initially I thought I was going to be using it in my classroom, but then I decided to change it into a nursing station. So it was very easy to put together. In fact, my 12-year-old put this together in like less than 10 minutes. It had wheels on it. But upon rolling around the carpet upstairs, because like I just said, the cart primarily stayed upstairs while the baby was newborn stage, like really, really young. And the carpet upstairs is new. And then one of the wheels snapped off, and I was like, oh, I'm going to take it back. But then after dragging it around on the carpet, I found that it actually worked better without the wheels on carpet. So I decided not to return it and just leave the wheels off because it slides very easily on the carpet without the wheels. So that's a little tip you might want to try. And it doesn't leave like wheel marks through your carpet because you're trying to move it around to wherever you are. This one comes with 3 different levels, and this is the stuff that I primarily use for the baby downstairs or while I'm nursing. Pretty much the stuff that I use while I'm nursing is on top. And these are just some cards. And if anybody knows me, knows that I keep every single card. So my husband gave me this card. And then a family friend, Ashley, gave me this card. I'm not going to show you what's in them because it's personal. So I keep these there as reminders that people really do love me. And when it's hard, I can get through this because I have a team. For those of you who are just coming across this video, I have a 12-year-old and a 6-month-old. And I remember when I had the Medela breast pump for my 12-year-old, it being really big and really loud, but this one is not like that. So this is the Medela Pump InStyle Advanced Breast Pump that someone gave me brand new. And I just keep the pieces, the cords, which I don't know what these called, so I'm not going to give you a name, but I keep them, one of them at least, coiled into the side, and it just fits in these nice little mesh pockets that they have within the pump, which I think is really cool. So I have the pump on this stand for a distinct reason. If you don't put it on top of something and you just let it sit down in the cart, it won't work well. Because you are going to have these little knobs areas in your knobs to adjust the settings on the pump exposed. And if you sit it down in the pump, in the cart, they won't be exposed. So it makes sense to have it propped on something, and an easy fix for that is this stand. So I have this little stand. It's like a little shelf that I picked up from Dollar Tree, my favorite store. If you're on my channel, you know that. And then underneath it, I have a book. I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings by one of my favorites, Maya Angelou, that I was reading while I breast pump or feed the baby sometimes before I started working from home. So my hopes is to get that finished. So also up here, you'll see on every level of the cart, I have these little baskets, which I also have in the baby's closet. And these baskets I picked up from the dollar spot from Target. You know, you cannot go to Target and not walk around the dollar spot. If you do, something is wrong with you. So I picked these up from Target in the dollar spot, okay? So these are all throughout the cart. So inside of this basket, and these are primarily the things that I use when I'm nursing. I have snacks. So I have some trail mix here in a mason jar, and then just some healthy snacks to munch on, some pretzels, and then these I was obsessed with, these granola bars. And my daughter gave me this candy, and I don't really eat too much candy, but I just threw it in there. And this is a cute little bracelet she made, but is where I keep my snacks, something to munch on, something that's healthy. So this basket right here, I want to show you. These are just the ibuprofen tablets from the hospital that I don't normally really even use anymore. So I have coconut oil in one of these. Do you know what this is? This is the container that you put salad dressing in, and I have several of these. I put coconut oil in it, and it's good to use to put on your breast. So when you're nursing, it protects and prevents cracked nipples. And it's safe for baby because it's organic. You can eat it, you can cook with it, and it's good for skincare. I also have this, which someone gave me as a baby shower gift. And then I also have this one, which I picked up from the pediatrician's office. I don't really use this or that, even though they're perfectly safe and you can use for baby, because I just prefer to use coconut oil. And I actually like that the coconut oil goes on more smoothly than those other creams do. They tend to be more thick than just a regular coconut oil. But you can choose what you like. I just prefer coconut oil. I also have hand lotion because your hands get really dry when you are washing your hands all the time, before, after, during, nursing, all of that good stuff. This, surprisingly, Lily Jean likes to drink gripe water. She really loves it, y'all. She's like, this is good. So we've used this a few times for baby. Honestly, I can't say that it's actually helped, but when she was, in that stage of crying all the time, when she was like 1 month to 3 months old, we would give her gripe water, like, as a last resort, like, Jesus, please let this work. And she'd just be like smacking her little lips on it. So we have this and one of the dispensers to actually give her the gripe water inside there. This is a must. You got to keep one of these in your cart for nursing, because you have to clip baby's nails. And I find the best time to clip baby's nails is when they are feeding or nursing. So I'm always clipping Lily Jean's nails because she has a habit of pinching. Oh, I'm going through it right now, y'all. So lastly, what I have up here are these pacifier clips, which you can use them for more than just pacifiers. Now that she's teething, we will connect her teething toys onto them. Actually, we don't have anything on them right now because, like I just said, she's teething. And honestly, these are not safe for a baby who's teething. So we don't have anything on them right now. We use them all the time when she was like little, especially when we would go out of the house. But now that she's teething, she tends to like yank it off and tries to eat this part. And obviously it's metal and it's not safe. So we're not using any of these right now. We just have them stored in here. I do have some other pacifier clips that I have my eye on that are great for teething. But these, I would say, are not safe when your baby gets to be the age of teething because they could cut the gums and just aren't safe, period. So go with something else other than these, but they're super cute and I like the leather band. And then we have nail files because I told y'all about the dilemma, with the baby and her teething. So that's what's on the top shelf of my cart, minus the water that I normally keep here. Let's go ahead and move down to the second shelf. I'll start over here. Obviously, we have diapers and wipes and some changing pads. Now, I did a like Instagram thing about this, and I have a video here on the channel called Newborn Must-Haves, and this was one of them. These are actually just puppy pads that I picked up from my favorite store, Dollar Tree. They're like, puppy pads. Why puppy pads? Because we live in a house, we have upstairs and downstairs, and sometimes you don't want to go upstairs. Well, my husband never uses these. He always changes the baby upstairs. So it's mainly me, and sometimes Ailani just started changing diapers. So instead of, I don't like when people like just whip their babies out and lay their butts on somebody's sofa or like someplace random. First of all, that's gross. It's not sanitary. And second of all, baby could have an accident all over someone's sofa or my sofa. So I would use these puppy pads to put down if I decide to change the baby's diaper downstairs. So if you are like world conscious and you're like, oh, that's a big waste, we have ones upstairs that are washable, and honestly, we don't really use these too much, but I have these in here. We have her diapers, which I'm going to do a video about all of the diapers we had and which were our favorites, and wipes down here as well. And again, this is the largest size of the basket I just showed you from the top shelf. This actually came from Target and the dollar spot as well. Right next to the diapers are just some receiving blankets and bibs and burp cloths right down here. Honestly, we used to use the receiving blankets a lot more when she was a lot more small. But you can use receiving blankets for a number of things, including, instead of buying these, you could probably use receiving blankets for this, which I probably will, just because I'm just becoming more conscious of waste. So I probably will start to use a receiving blanket instead of these most times, but receiving blankets aren't waterproof, and if baby has an accident, which she did a lot in the beginning, then these are waterproof and you don't have to worry about it getting all over your space. So I'm going to spin the cart around so you can see what's in the bag. And I did these labels when I was pregnant, like in my my nesting stage, where I was like labeling everything. Everything has a label upstairs in the closet. So in this bin, like the label says, I have breast pads, a couple different types of breast pads. Inside of here, these are Medela, which tend to be a little bit more thick. And I got these in, you know, the gift bags that you get from Target from doing your registry. So I would tell you, if you're having a baby, to do a registry everywhere, because, and even register for stuff that you don't want, that you are not really expecting people to buy, because they give you a discount, a completion discount. So these came free in the gift bag that Target gives you for doing a registry. And then I have some breast pads that just go right inside of bras, sports bras, because these sometimes don't look as flattering. They make your boob look a little weird. So I have some of these in here that if I'm running right out the door right there, I can just grab one of these, stick it in a diaper bag and have it. But primarily I use these because I like that they stick in place really well. So I use these. And these particular breast pads are by the same brand that makes this cream. So again, those were baby shower gifts, so I really appreciate that. Also, we have a Lovey, and we call this her Ellie. Now, this is a fairly new to her routine. Like, I would say, like, the past 2 months we've been using a Lovey, because like I said, we keep the nail clippers up here because homegirl will pinch me. She has a really big habit of, when I'm nursing her, like she'll just clench her hands in her nails and just dig into me. So I picked up these Loveys, and she has 2 elephants, and they come from Walgreens. And this particular one I really like because on this end it has like 2 knots where you could put one in both hands to keep her hands busy, not pinching mama. So Ellie is new, and I'm like, where's Ellie? Where's Ellie? Where's Ellie? Because at first we only had one, so I went back to Walgreens and picked up another one so that we're not like searching for it when Ellie ends up someplace random. So I just told my husband and my daughter, let's remember, if you see Ellie laying around, just put Ellie in the cart. Put her in the nursing cart, because look, Ellie, look, girl, girl, you are saving my life. Thank you, girl. So we keep Ellie in the second shelf on the cart. Well, we try to. Same thing with a pacifier. I try to keep the pacifier here, because there's nothing worse than needing a pacifier and you can't find them. So I try to keep the pacifier up here as well. And I'm the only one who normally goes in here, so it's pretty sanitary and clean. So that is what's on the second shelf in my nursing cart. So let's move to the bottom shelf of the nursing cart. So down in the nursing cart, and this was during my obsessive labeling phase. Y'all, I love my label maker, girl. I love my label maker. So I have cords in here because sometimes I like to listen to music or listen to the Bible app or a guided meditation. And if the baby's asleep, you don't want to wake the baby, because now she's at the stage, if she hears a voice like in the Bible app or like on a guided meditation, she'll wake right up and be looking around like, who that, who that, who that? So I keep some headphones in here, and most times a charger, so that I can charge my device while I'm sitting still. So I have a basket from Target down there as well. And that back here, I really was excited about trying the Kind, I think it's called. Yeah, the Kind set here. And honestly, I don't really even use it, but I can see the benefits. It's like a lot of parts you have to buy. And honestly, it's not something that I use often. I probably use this system probably like once or twice on me and Alan's first date, when his parents watched the baby and I needed to pump some milk really fast, like right into a bag, and she was able to feed the baby right from here. But other than that, I have not really used it, but who knows, maybe in the future if we decide to have another baby, maybe I will decide to venture and use it. But honestly, didn't really use it. This basket gets used a lot. This again is another basket in the larger size from the dollar spot at Target. And down here is, these are supposed to be here. My daughter puts things in here once it's cleaned and sanitary. I find it easier to keep the connecting pieces and bottle pieces in a basket, because I don't have to run to the kitchen to get a bottle or a flange. Everything is right in here, dried and sanitary and ready to be used. Now, when I was working outside of the home, now I'm teaching, doing remote learning, remote teaching. When I was working outside of the home, I would just use this old bag that I got from a sheet set, and I would just pop in some bottles, caps, and clean flanges that were already dried and put them in this. And I liked this bag because you could throw it in the washer a few times a week and dry it and be ready for the next time you're leaving the house to go to work. So that's why this bag is here, and it's nothing that I purchased from the store. It's something that I just reuse from a sheet set. So I keep all of my dried and cleaned flanges here in this particular basket. For me, I find it easier than running to the kitchen to get it when it's time to pump. I like to just keep them right here on the bottom shelf of the cart. And my husband and my little girl know that once they're dried, they know to pop them in to the cart. It also saves space in the kitchen, because really, where am I going to put all of this in the kitchen? Seriously, where am I going to put this in the kitchen? So I like having it in the basket here. It works for us, okay? So I got baby back from daddy, and we are upstairs in her nursery, and I'm going to show you just like a small, look at her. She always has that tongue out. I'm going to show you a small area that I keep here for when I nurse upstairs. We're in Lily Jean's nursery, and right here is a chair that I normally sit in when I nurse or pump upstairs, which honestly isn't as often anymore. I don't like pumping. I just don't. But I'll talk about that in another video. But this chair I actually picked up from a thrift store. But even though it's a thrift store, we picked this chair up brand new. I think it costs like $120. So it's a recliner, so it does actually recline and come out. Okay. And then over here I have this table which I got on sale. Well, actually it wasn't on sale. The legs were a little bit wobbly, so they gave me a discount at Home Goods. So I have this side table where I keep another one of my 5 breast pumps. I think I'm down to 4. I gifted one. I gave one away. And maybe at the end of the video, I'll tell you how I ended up with 5 breast pumps. So this one is the Spectra S2 pump, which I keep upstairs. And over here, I have another one of these baskets, which I got from the Target dollar spot. And in there, I have the clean and dried bottles and flanges that come with the Spectra pump. And in that little case, you see there are headphones because, again, sometimes I like to listen to my apps. And on the table here, it's okay, boo-boo. On the table here, I have 2 different light sources. The pink light I got from IKEA for $5 online, and that gives off a good amount of light. And then we have this touch lamp, which we picked up from Amazon. And again, if you do a registry, put everything on your registry, because when you're done and the things that you don't even expect for people to give you, you get a completion discount. So that was on our registry, which I ended up purchasing myself, the touch lamp. And we use this every night now that the baby is finally sleeping in her crib, which I'll give you a little update in a second about Lily Jean. This little thing actually used to belong to Ailani, and she doesn't use it much anymore, so we have it in baby's room so we can play music right from any device to this little Bluetooth speaker here, and it's enough to play her lullabies on, because this touch lamp from Amazon does not play music. If I had it to do all over again, I probably would pick one up that does play music. And Lily Jean is a music snob because, you know, her daddy is a musician, so she likes certain music that we can just put from our devices right onto this little cute little Bluetooth speaker, which we ordered again via Amazon. So let me show you how the touch light works, if I can get it to work. There it is. And it has several different settings. Even one of the settings like goes from like different colors. I don't know which one it is, but it goes like from different colors, like rainbow colors. So she really likes that, and it mimics the light that we have in our bedroom. So now that she's sleeping in the crib, we use that every night. We found that the pink light gave too much of a light source, and we used the pink light a lot when Lily Jean was really little, and we would bring her in at night to change her diaper throughout the night. So of course, there is my water that you keep up here in the nursing station. And this little glass, I just use it as a cup holder sometimes. I got that from Goodwill, which is another one of my favorite stores. So that's my nursing station here upstairs. Oh, hey boo boo. Hi boo. Look at that tongue. So this is little Miss Lily Jean. Lily Jean. Lily Jean Joy. Lily Jean Joy. That's your name. That's your name. So this is Lily Jean. Lily Jean is her first name. Right, boo-boo? Not just Lily, not just Jean. Lily Jean. So this is Lily Jean. Her middle name is Joy. She is now 6 months old, actually moving closer to 7 months. She will be 7 months old on May 12th. Her birthday is October 12th. Right, boo-boo? Yes, her birthday is October 12th, and there is a series here on the channel in which you see me going through my trying to conceive or TTC journey, because I wanted a baby so badly, and here she is. So those of you who subscribe to the channel, because you came across that video of me doing the ugly cry when I found out that I was pregnant with Lily Jean. Here she is. She is now 6 months old and healthy. All glory and honor goes to God. And we are so thankful to have her. And honestly, she is a literal joy. And I want to give you a quick update. My husband told me to tell you that she is at the stage where she has an opinion about everything. Right, boo-boo? And she likes to put everything in her mouth because she's teething. Lily Jean has 2 teeth. Yes, 2 teeth. And guess how I discovered those 2 teeth? All of you nursing mamas know how I discovered those 2 teeth, okay? So she has 2 teeth. She loves music. She loves to sing. She loves to listen to music. Actually, one of her favorite things to do is to hang out with Daddy in his music room. In fact, her daddy, Alan, is making a lullaby album for her, which is going to be released on her 1st birthday. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you click subscribe. We are so excited about the project because the music is beautiful. Like literally, I will put on the music sometimes and fall asleep to the music myself. It's not going to be your run-of-the-mill lullaby music. If anybody knows my husband, he's a fantastic musician and the lullaby album is just phenomenal. So she's a music snob because Daddy plays all these classical songs and nice jazz and eclectic jazz for her. Big sister is her best friend. Today I was trying to get things done. Her sister is with her dad. For those of you who don't know, we have a blended family, which is blended perfectly. So my little girl is with her daddy this week, my 12-year-old, and I wanted to get things done. And in order to get things done, I put my daughter 12-year-old's TikTok. I airplayed that to the TV screen, and she sat there and watched her sister's TikTok for like an hour. Yes, she watched Sissy TikTok. Yes, she watched her sister's TikTok for an hour. So literally, her sister is her best friend. You know the saying that says like sisters are your first friend? That's so true because you love your sissy, right, boo boo? Yes, this is her nicknames. Let's talk about nicknames now. My daughter Ailani has tons of nicknames, and I kind of use like all of them. And Lily Jean has tons of nicknames too. So her full name, first name Lily Jean, middle name Joy. So I call her Peanut Butter, Lily Jean, Joy. No, please don't call her LJ. No, okay, no. I call her Peanut Butter, Joy, or I call her Boog. Daddy calls her Boo Boo. Boo Boo. Daddy calls you Boo Boo. You Daddy Boo Boo. Boo Boo, you Daddy Boo Boo. So Daddy calls her Boo Boo, and she definitely knows that her name is Lily Jean, okay? Another thing about Lily Jean is she knows the sign for milk. And for those of you who don't believe me, go ahead and inbox my sister Andrea Copes, because I was on FaceTime with Andrea the other day and the baby was like ready to eat. And she was signing milk before I even saw her because I was so into the conversation. And my sister was like, is she signing milk? Okay, time to go. Lily Jean wants her milk. So Lily Jean knows the sign for milk. We are working on the sign eat and more. And all done. All done. So she just started eating at the 6-month-old mark, which would have been April 12th. And she started off with string beans. She's had mixed fruit, pears. She's also had peas. She's had strawberries and no strawberries, grapes inside of like the little teether thing. She loves grapes. And oatmeal cereal. So she just started eating and she loves to eat. She's teething, so slobbering everywhere, right? Lily Jean slept in her crib all night last night. Yay! I had a lot of anxiety. Yay! We're trying to learn how to clap hands. Yay! I had a lot of anxiety about having babies sleep in the crib, but my husband's like, it's time to at least try. So we've been trying to have her sleep in the crib, which is literally a few feet away from our room. So it's been going okay. And last night, she literally slept through the whole night. She slept through the whole night. Lily Jean can roll over. She's scooting backwards. She loves to sit in her, not in the swing. She will not sit in the swing anymore. Swing time is over. She does not like the bumble seat anymore. So in her bumble seat, she'll like flex herself and try to get out of it. She's like a woman. Like, she's like a grown woman. She wants to stand up, all about just being in the mix of things. Right, boo? Right. Oh, and Lily Jean gives hugs and kisses. You give mommy some loveys? You give mommy loveys? Oh. Oh, boo. That's so sweet. I love you, boo-boo. She gonna make me cry, y'all. So I am so thrilled that she is here. I'm going to go ahead and nurse her and see if she'll go back to sleep because her nap was interrupted. I don't want her to get too cranky. Boo, tell them to subscribe to mommy's channel. Say subscribe. Say push the like button. Push the like button, boo. Show them how to push the like button. Everybody's baby knows how to work an iPhone or an iPad. She does this with her little finger. Go ahead and click subscribe if for nothing more to see cute little Lily Jean continue to grow. And go back and watch my TTC or trying to conceive journey. And there's some videos of some of the lullabies my husband made for that album that's going to be released on her first birthday. So I'm hoping that you found one thing that is helpful and one thing that is useful from watching this video about what is in my nursing cart. It sits right here in my living room now that the baby is a lot older, and it has been helpful for me not to run around the house to try to figure out where things are. Everything in the cart has a home, and even the people in my house, my husband and my daughter, also know how to keep this cart stocked, and even they use some of the materials to help care for the baby. Now, I do have a video here on the channel that talks about what I think are newborn must-haves.